Dudes, it's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, still feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm still planning to do this video today and the stream tonight for this week in Warframe. We go over the entire weekly reset and also what you can expect as a Warframe player this week. You got a lot of events and, Nightwave's ending this week, and also got a big dev stream on Friday with an Umbra Forma Twitch drop. So let's get right into it. We got a lot to go over and a lot of things for you to remember to talk about. So let's talk about it all in this video. If I forget anything, come stop by the live stream after this video goes up, and we can grind out the weekly reset together. Maybe those last couple hours of Plague Star as well. Alright, so for Teshin, his weekly item is 30,000 Endo for 150 Steel Essence. I don't know if I'd really call that worth it, but if you really desperately need Endo and you only have Steel Essence, there's something you could do. Okay, so as far as, big things going on this week, we've got the last couple days of, well, actually, last couple hours of Plague Star. There's 1 day, 15 hours left of Plague Star, so about 37 hours left of Plague Star, and the Nightwave ends in 2 days, 18 hours as well. So, as I've been saying in my previous videos, if you want to get that stuff from Nightwave, the biggest thing you should go for is the level 9 Occucore augment mod called Sentient Surge. Level 9 probably would take you about a couple hours to grind out, depending on if you have access to all the missions that your challenges are for. But yeah, I'd recommend getting that and make the Occucore an actual weapon. Getting to level 30 is not as important. Like the level 25 Batacore augment or whatever is nowhere near as amazing as the Occucore augment. So I'll start with Archides' weekly wares to see if there's anything worth your time over here, worth my time even. Okay, so looks like no. We got an Exilus Warframe adapter for 20 Pathos clamps. A shotgun written for 15 Pathos clamps. Reminder, you get 15 Pathos clamps for 1 Steel Path Aura Worm clear, so you basically would do 1 Steel Path Aura Worm to get this ribbon. We got 10 Pathos clamps for a Forma blueprint, not fully built. Just go play Plague Star instead. And then we have 5,000 Kuva twice here for 10 Pathos clamps each. Okay, that's what you got at this person, There was someone that kept asking for me to add this stuff in here, and I did. And only one of the weeks has seemed like it's actually worth it so far, but hey. I agree. The fact that store is a weekly rotator is important to a degree. And also, since Nightwave is ending in 2 days, maybe next weekly reset video will not have Nightwave in it. So, alright, let's go over the Incarnons and the Archon Hunt. So starting off with the weekly Incaron Rotation, we've got a lot here. So let's actually do the normal path first, because that won't take as much time to talk about. So the normal path circuit, our frame choices are Ivara normal, Anaros normal, Titania normal. As far as who has the best helmet here, they're all pretty mid-tier helmets, to be honest. The cloaking bubble from Ivara could be pretty nice and useful. If you don't like doing spy missions, go ahead and pick Ivara. Titania also so this is a quest frame right here. The thing is, though, I recommend people get Titania Prime, as Titania Prime is just a lot better, and you're going to be using Titania a lot. So I'd say probably go for Ivara here. Her helmet could be okay in some situations, and she comes from spy missions normally with RNG. The Infiltrate Augment mod is my level up augment for her. That's a really good one to have if you're trying to do spy missions on Ivara, as it makes you walk through lasers. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you pick the other frames, though, on that rotation. Alright, for the Incarnons, though, reminder, if you have level 9 Opportunity Intrinsic, you can pick new items instead of the Incarnons you already have with the Incarnons, but let's discuss everything we have here. This is actually a pretty powerful week for Incarnon weaponry. Alright, starting off with the Lex Incarnon here. This thing becomes basically a lot stronger per shot. Its Incarnon Alt Fire mode is a Arcaplasmor, Catch Moon kind of shotgun that wipe out an entire hallway. Also has a forced impact proc too, so for the Hemorrhage mod where it makes a slash proc out of an impact proc, you can actually use that on here for big slash procs and big Arcaplasmor death. The biggest downfall of this weapon is the fire rate is really low. So just keep that in mind, that if you're using this thing, it is a kind of a slug weapon. It feels like slug speed-wise. It actually shoots an Arcaplasmor energy wave. But yeah, I'd recommend if you're looking for a powerful, slow secondary. Let's move on to the next one here. We got the Magistar Incarnon. Now, there is a thing with the Magistar Incarnon. This weapon is actually a very powerful stat stick for Korra and a couple other frames too. And why is that? Because the final tier Evo critical parallax increases crit chance and crit damage. That applies to Korra's Whip Claw. Additionally, there is a arcane called Magus Aggress. This is going to be my core video I keep delaying 50 times. Magus Aggress is going to make it where you get increased crit damage for blades. And apparently the Magistar Incarnon causes a blade in the spaghetti code of this game. So if you go with the normal Magistar and you go for a really high stat Riven, which the Magistar can have pretty high stat Rivens, you can make a very powerful stat stick on Korra. That will be in my video soon, but also we have the Ceramic Dagger here too. Ceramic Dagger is 20 times more quality of life than the Magistar Incarnon. Because for the Ceramic Dagger, you can have, like, combo all the time. For the Magistar, normally you have to actually build up combo manually. And I'll have that in my video soon, like I said. But yeah, if you have, like, the Rauta and all that, it can be great. So I'd recommend this one if you really are bored and want a new stat stick on Korra to try out. Moving on to the next one, we got the Boltor Incarnon. Oh, by the way, this thing as a normal weapon is not very good. The Sancti Magistar, I've used it before. I think it still has that lifesteal on every attack kind of unintended feature. But yeah, if you're going to use this thing, probably just use it as a stat stick or just don't use it at all. Maybe you can use it on the Sancti Magistar as like a healer utility weapon on like Citrine or something, but yeah. Moving on to the Boltor Incarnon, this thing is... So first, the Telos Boltor is not the crazy glitch damage as before, guys. Before anyone asks that glitch has been fixed. It just does normal damage now. So the Boltor Prime is just better because there was no glitch the whole time anyway. But the Telos Boltor is still cool. It has higher crit chance. But the way this thing works is the Incarnon form becomes a multi-shot slash launcher, and it has good damage per shot. You can use this thing to kill high-level enemies. And I don't think the Magistar Incarnon even has a special attack, to be honest. It has, like, what's it get? Like, it gets initial combo. Okay, so yeah. Boltar becomes a slash monster. The top-tier Evos can increase your crit chance or your status chance, so just nice for clearing out a hallway. A nice, reliable primary with some good nostalgia value tied to it. I'd recommend it if you don't have it already. For the Bronco Incarnon, I wrote this one off at first, but it's actually pretty powerful if you use it properly and you have the mods. If you have the Dizzying Rounds mod for the Bronco, special augment from a few Nightwave seasons ago, this thing can become an AoE, like, finisher gun. Additionally, it actually does pretty good damage, too. You can one-shot level 10,000 Eximus with this on Ash Prime. Now, I know a lot of frames can, a lot of weapons can one-shot a level 10,000 Ash Prime, but this is definitely one of them. So you can use the Impact to Slash mod on this, and it has so much impact damage, and then Ash is very good at Slash proc, so it's just tons and tons of damage, and it will one-shot lots of stuff. So if you're looking for an okay secondary, definitely not the most reliable secondary, but a powerful secondary as like a shotgun situation, maybe consider picking it up. And we got the last one here, the Ceramic Dagger Incarnon. Why is this thing so good? It's actually a lot of reasons. So one of them is going to be the red, actually not the red right hand, the, what's it called? It is called the Gun and Blade. Increased damage by 100 on primary kill or secondary kill, plus one initial combo, stacks to 100 times. So if you get 100 gun kills, you have 100 combo all the time on this thing. Additionally, some of the other Incarnons, plus 20 more initial combos. You have 120 initial combo with no mods applied at all. You're just walking around with that. So to activate Incarnon form, you must be in a 6x multiplier. You will always have a 6x multiplier. Additionally, the heavy attacks on this thing fire out spectral daggers that can deal good damage. But the biggest thing here is that you always have the combo up, so you don't have to actually like hit any enemies to build up combo. So it's very good for being lazy, quality of life, things like that. It can also do very good damage too. So I'd say if you're looking for a Korra stat, this will be kind of in the video like tomorrow, whenever it comes out. If you're looking for a stat stick on Korra, you have lots of good options. The best quality of life one for also very good damage is the Ceramic Dagger. The highest overall damage is the normal Magistar with that Arcane. That's going to be using one of your Arcane slots, your Operator, actually. So we can take all the multipliers and throw on some extra crit damage there, too. If they ever fix it where the Magus Aggress will not work on hammers, because it doesn't say it's supposed to work on hammers in the description, then this thing will pretty much just be back to a normal stat stick. But still good, so. As far as my overall recommendations to you this week, I say go Ceramic Dagger, and then maybe go for either the Lex or the Boltor, whichever one looks better to you. Do you need a new primary? Go for the Boltor. Do you need a new secondary? Go for the Lex. If you are a die-hard Korra player only, and you already have the Ceramic Dagger and you want to try the Magistar will be in my video soon, okay? But also the Ceramic Dagger will be in there too. I'm going to show both these stat sticks on Korra, so really, go for whichever one you feel like. I think the Ceramic Dagger is just overall better, though. Not to mention, very good on other frames, too. Alright, enough about that. Let's go ahead and look at the Archon Hunt and the Call mission. Because, yeah. Oh, also, since Plague Star's ending in about 30 hours or whatever, I did not end up using my Invigoration Override. So I'm going to keep my Invigoration Override for Whispers in the Wall, or maybe for the Gargoyle's Cry. Here's your warning right now, guys. Start saving your Invigoration Override for Gargoyle's Cry, the new clan event in the Whispers in the Wall update. Just to let you know. Okay, for the Archon Hunt, we got the Snake Archon with Tau Amber Shards, giving you things like casting speed and such as that. Mission types are Extermination, Disruption, and the Final Boss Showdown. Reminder, this thing deals a lot of toxin procs, so you don't want to make sure you're pretty tanky before you go in there. Chipper's Shard should be a, I'm guessing it's a red shard. Ooh, I guessed right. Good job on me. Red shard, get you some increased power strength. For the Call mission, I made sure to do this today. We have Prison Break, which is the longest, most terrible Call mission. Do not farm stock here, whatever you do. You've got Deathless, complete the mission without dying. Get 5 kills with grenades while flying. Get 3 kills with 3 melee kills with enemies. Collect 5 gene stamps. That one's terrible here. I don't think gene stamps have marks on the UI anymore. They're only on your like loot radar, unfortunately. And they will not show up unless you're 15 meters away as well. Find Call's Missing Floof, another terrible one for this mission, and kill 20 enemies. Okay, so I'm probably not going to get these collectibles, but the rest should be pretty straightforward. Now going over your final Nightwave reset of Volume 4. Volume 5 will maybe start before next weekend, but yeah, it's ending. This one's ending on like Wednesday or whatever it is. So they're going to probably take a good like 4 or 5 days, I'd say, before they add another one in. But here's your final Nightwave reset for the Chapter 4, or Volume 4. So the first weekly is going to be complete 3 assassination missions, go bully the sergeant, complete 3 mobile defense missions. They got mobile defense all over the place in this game. Complete 3 nightmare missions of any type. If you don't have those unlocked, you beat every mission on a planet, and then you'll have nightmare missions unlocked once per, I think, like 8 hours or something like that. The old ways, complete 1 mission with only a single pistol and a glaive equipped. Just go do an upgo, I suppose. Catch 3 rare servalfish in the Orvalis. Technically don't need bait, but I'd recommend using bait for this. Complete 8 Railjack missions as your first Elite Weekly. Dang, that's a lot of Railjack missions. At least it's not 8 different Railjack missions. Complete 5 different Steel Path missions. I wonder if the Steel Path Plague Star actually counts for this, even though it's not real Steel Path as far as the game's concerned. For your final store cred offerings, guys, make sure you turn your creds this week before this goes away. Your creds will be pretty much useless. You can sell them for like normal credits, which is hardly anything at all. You got your Kuva up here. You can buy some Nightane, etc., etc. I probably should buy some Nightane before it goes away too. Your helmets on the last rotation here are going to be, up to personal preference. You got Enter Nihil's Obulette as well. For aura mods, you got Deadeye, Pistol Scavenger, Sprint Boost, and Physique. I'd say go for Sprint Boost if you don't have it already. The other ones are definitely not as necessary. Or, I mean, none of them are really necessary, to be honest. We got the Pangolin Sword as our only... Actually, we don't get 2 Mastery Fighters. We got Pangolin Sword Normal and the Dark Dagger Blueprint. Your PvP Augments are Purifying Flames, Directed Convergence, and Purging Slash. Purging Flames could be okay, but the rest of these are not really needed. Alright, so that's your final Nightwave reset for Part 4. I almost said Season 4. It's not a season. It's the 4th part of the remix. We've had a lot more than 4 Nightwave seasons at this point. Alright, so let's go take a look at those invigorations, and then I'm going to get the stream ready to get started on those weekly resets. I was going to go for 500 Forma for Nightwave, or not Nightwave, for Plague Star, but it didn't end up happening. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a Dagoth. We got a Dagoth Invigoration, a Stynex Invigoration, and a Revenant Invigoration. Ooh. Okay, so as far as, what's going to be the best one here, even if any of these are good for Plague Star, I've only got 30 hours of Plague Star left anyway. I didn't use my override, so this is just more for fun. Maybe one of these will be in a future video. So for Dagoth, we got melee damage and reload speed. That's pretty good for her. She uses weapons quite often. For Stynex, we got secondary damage and ability efficiency. Okay. And then for Revenant, we've got secondary crit chance and 5 jump resets. Why are my invigorations so bad recently? All of my, it's like DE's like, no, you can't use your invigorations for Plague Star, dude. What, you thought you get a power strength one for Volt? Get out of that dream state, man. You're getting secondary crit chance and jump resets. Dang, okay, well, at least I didn't want to use it anymore anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you found this fun and helpful. Yeah, make sure you turn, like I said, you turn those Nightwave creds. Make sure you, get your Twitch account linked with your in-game Warframe account so you get that Umbra Forma on Friday. I'll be live streaming it and showing off, like, what they show off on the dev stream too. Is there a new Regal Aya resurgence this week too? I don't see the timer. Okay, well there should be a Regal Aya resurgence sometime soon, so maybe that will be this week too. Either way, guys, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate all the support, and yeah, go out and get your Tau Shards. Take it easy. Bye.